Maiyegun live. I'm trying to share the broadcast too. So I want to do a short heart-to-heart talk. And I don't know if this is going to offend you, but if you get offended, just manage. This is going to be like a free heart-to-heart talk. Me trying to talk to you like my friend. I'm talking about the Buharidins and the Buhari didn't now. The Buhari did not choose, the Buhari dichatus, the Buhari shukus, the Unekaharis, the Ngoziaris, the obedient fools, the humble slaves, the sophisticated morons, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the articulated morons, the articulators, and everyone else, my friends. You should just sit back and relax. Although you are going to see many people reacting based on what I say, it is very easy because it is my hobby to get them angry, get them annoyed, get them raging. They don't like us. We don't like them. Don't let anybody blackmail you into any political correctness, okay? There is no competition and there is no reason for one. Those of you who are inheriting the imaginary enemies of politicians in Nigeria, I have a message for you tonight. I know they are using you for statistics. When they want to talk about the poverty capital of the world, they said Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world. They said Nigeria has the largest population of young people in the world. I mean, in Africa, maybe in the world. Nigeria this, Nigeria that. They use many of you for statistics. Even when police kill you, they won't even mention your name. Thank God for social media. If your friends don't tell us that police don't kill you, whenever Nigeria police want to release figure, they will say 35 people killed in the line of duty. You are just a statistic. You don't need to like me. That's where I'm going. You don't need to like me. You don't need to agree with me. But one thing you will never deny is the fact that no matter what I say, no matter what I say, no matter what I do, one sec, you will never fault me. That one is certain. The way I say things or the way I present my message or messages will never diminish the content and the originality in the message and the messages. The reason why I'm saying this is that perception is, I'm going to make this up myself, okay? Perception is a stealer of truth. I am not an activist. I am not a freedom fighter. That is why I respect someone like Namdi Kanu. He knows a lot, but he's not alone. There are many Nigerians who knows a lot, but there are not many Nigerians who are bold enough to stand up and stand out and be consistent. So don't categorize me as a freedom fighter, okay? Don't let us get ahead of our time. I appreciate all those comments. I mean, all those comments, all those accolades, and all those. You know what I mean? They are part of what adds spice to it. I am someone who loves to speak his mind, and I say it the way I feel. It doesn't matter how it comes out or how you take them. But one thing I've never allowed to walk me or walk over me is the blackmail of being politically correct. And that is why you will never find me anywhere, then, now, or in the future, to go back and then say, well, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I misunderstood them. I understand them very well. Nigeria is a fake country. And there are people who want us to be saying it in a way that we won't offend people. Ordinarily, you as a person who have a Nigeria link, you should be offended right now with what is going on in Nigeria. You should be personally offended. Forget about your tribal link, your religious attachment, your political worldview. Let's forget that for a minute. Ordinarily, if you genuinely love that country, that Nigeria, you should be angry right now with what they have done to that country. Personally, you should be personally angry. And do you know those who should be really, really angry at? The criminals who are parading themselves as leaders. And that is why I respect the likes of Namdi Kanu. He never allowed the normal political correctness. Don't talk like that. Don't. If you are saying that, people are not going to support you. You know, they want you to be persuasive. People have used persuasion to try to tell Nigerians that, listen, these guys don't mean well for you, until you have to change tactic. And you see those ass lickers, those pretenders, those ones that always want to use political correctness to tell you that you shouldn't insult elders, you shouldn't insult people. You can pass your message without insulting them. Your leaders are insulting you. They are insulting your intelligence every now and then. And they do it with no care. Like they know you can't do anything. They insult you, but you are not offended. When someone says they spent $16 billion to generate electricity, and all they generated is darkness. When people say they awarded the project, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, East-West Road, they awarded them and they certified that they are nearly completed. And you went there, you realize that it is all sham. Is that not an insult? When someone who collects security votes for 8 years awarded uncompleted contract to his girlfriends, his wife, his sons, daughters, and all of them, right before your eyes, their children are living large. They have no job. They have no nothing. The only job they have is that they are children of the politicians. You see them is that not an insult? Then someone who is now telling you that you have been so stupid to be defending them all this while. You have been so foolish to be believing them and their lies all this while. Then you begin you feel insulted. Is that not the reason why you are stupid in the first place? Their children are inheriting their wealth, the stolen wealth. You see those schools where you no get, jobs where you no get, hospitals where no day, and every other thing there that they have denied you. Their children are using the money to buy themselves things that are just vanity upon vanity, while people die every now and then. And I will take you through all of that gradually. I just want to talk to you now. Politicians say they love Nigeria so much that they watch Nigerians killed. Even when Nigerians are being killed, they are still not feeling any remorse. They are still busy. negotiating how to sell your kidneys, how to sell your body parts, how to sell everything about you and everything about your existence. And there will never be any acknowledgement of your existence at all. They lie all the time. They don't love that place. And I'll keep saying it. You are busy inheriting their imaginary enemies. You don't know that they are the real enemies, the real ones that you should be channeling your energy to. You should be asking them, how long do you think it will take to build a standard hospital in every local government in Nigeria when a single former governor is accused and alleged to have stolen enough to own properties that are over 180? Come on. They are so greedy that they spent 8 years that they will still be fighting and killing you, paying you money to ensure that their stooges, their lackeys, they take over from them to continue the stealing. There you are. They themselves will be attempting to go and retire in the Senate. He is retired in the Senate, making no meaningful law that affects your life, like the Orji Uzo Kalu of Abia State, Theodore Orji of Abia State, Ochondo, or what is his son name, who is the Speaker of Abia State. Abia State is more or less like a family business to the Kalus. But when you meet an average Abian, yeah, you want to see him channel his energy towards the likes of Kalu, the likes of Theodore Orji, and the rest of those criminals who are calling themselves their leaders there. But you will still find some of them that will tell you that if not for Theodore Orji, if not for Orji Uzo Kalu, Abia State will not be where Abia State is. Then you ask them, where is Abia State? You defend them. And same thing goes. There was a time there was a time Alamesia. You remember Alamesia? Alamesia was arrested for money laundering. James Ibori was arrested for money laundering. And do you know those who defended him? The same people they stole the money from. Today, Ibori's children are living large. Alamesia is dead. His family members and maybe probably those who work with him as well, they are living large today. Goodluck Jonathan was president there too. He was actually deputy governor too. But go to that Bayelsa state now. Go to that Delta state now. People will defend them. You will realize that those who are defending them are poorer. While the children of those they are defending are actually living large. So their children inherit the stolen money. Many of you are inheriting their imaginary enemies. To so many people now, I am Buhari's enemy. And because I am Buhari's enemy, then I am their enemy too. So I am Buhari's imaginary enemy. To some of these dunderheads, to some of these good-for-nothing statistic existence people, because that's what your politicians see you as. That's what they see you as. You are just statistics. They say how many people died? They say 120. They won't let you. They say how many are children? How many are women? How many are men? They say all of them shall civilian. 120, 3 policemen, making a 123. Statistics. That's what your politicians see you as. Round figure. So they don't care. And you know that. So you inherit their enemies. And you come on social media. You come on Maiyegun's diary to tell us how you have been following me, how you have been studying me, how you think I am not real, how you think it's going to derail, You know what I suspect about this guy? I think this guy is not a freedom fighter. Meanwhile, you are coming from the background of what I have told you about those you pretend to dislike, but you love so dearly, the criminals in Nigeria. You make up enemies for them. Then you inherit those enemies. Let me tell you one story tonight that I have been, if you have been following Maiyegun's diary in the past, today, most especially today, I said something about Namdi Kanu. I've not really shared this, but I'm going to share it tonight because I just feel like, so that you will understand, who is Maiyegun? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? What is this guy all about? And to some of you who are actually like my Yoruba brothers, Awamoluabi, maybe this I am about to tell you will give you an insight into the working mind of Maiyegun. Many of you have built so many assumptions in your own way. Some of them good, some of them very good, some of them so terrible that I just read your comments and I laugh. For someone to sit down and type a long rubbish and tell, and he's so convinced, he's talking about Maiyegun, because to him, he's been following Maiyegun for years. And he's so convinced that this guy, I have read a lot. This guy is working for APC. This guy is working for PDP. This guy has been paid by IPOP. This guy is trying to do this and that. Yes, I understand that. But I'm going to help you. I'm going to help your curiosity. And I know many of you are not going to see this video. But for the sake of those who are watching this video, this I am about to tell you will give you an idea. Who is this guy? Do I even think I know Maiyegun? I think I know him. And many of you will be right, by the way, because there are many of you who genuinely know what is Maiyegun all about. You see, this Maiyegun's diary, it is my own way of keeping record of everything that I come across when I'm in the course of my own life, because I read a lot. You can call it research. Joins, real good, name it. I am into all of that. I read them just for reading's sake. I read some just for research sake. I read many just for conversation like this, for the sake of conversations like this. But I'll tell you why I decided, or probably why many of you picked the Biafra struggle, or the Biafran, the acknowledgement of the Biafran struggle by Maiyegun as maybe what Maiyegun is after is, he wants to be another this. There is no competition. Until you face what Namdi Kanu faced, you have no right whatsoever to sit down wherever you are, right? To start writing epistles on how he should react to how Nigeria treated him. It is very important. That is why this message is for all of you. I have seen where many said, wait for him. He's going to say something one day that is going to... I say things all the time. The only people who abuse me are those who don't know me better. Okay? But one thing I will not do is this. I will not come on social media for whatever reason and write something that is going to condemn the likes of Namdi Kanu, that is going to condemn the likes of Omoyele Sowore, that is going to condemn the likes of this our brother, Fela Drotoye, that is going to condemn anything that has to do with Kingsley Moghalu. Not as much, but I'll tell you about Kingsley Moghalu. The reason why I'm not going to write about these guys or bite them harder the way I always want to make my post feel, I will tell you. But in particular, I want to talk about Namdi Kanu. It is important. I'll talk about Namdi Kanu. Some of you, probably you don't know, but I'll say it today. The day I decided to begin to speak about Biafra wasn't because I was so keen or there's something I wanted to get out of a Biafra struggle. Biafra struggle has been there forever. But I am someone who will never see something terrible. I won't see anything terrible and pretend that, no. Especially if I am actually like really, really interested in a way. I won't look away. It may work, it may keep, it may keep ringing in my head for this. It may not be an immediate reaction, but something happened in 2015. And the news was, before then, I have always been up against all this madness in Nigeria. I was like a Lone Ranger. Then something happened in October 2015. Namdi Kanu was, before then, there was so much constant report about Islamization of Nigeria, if they plan to Islamize Nigeria and all of that stuff. And this content were coming from the same source. But Biafran struggle on social media then was not as wide as it is now. So it was mainly about, that is why many people actually confused Namdi Kanu for a blogger at first. That is why so many still think Namdi Kanu leading Biafra struggle today is by accident. It wasn't. He had all his plan cut out. And what happened? The messages were coming. We will divide Nigeria. Biafra will go. This and that. By 2015, people were like, what's going on? It wasn't much. I was following that among other things. Then the election came and gone. Then suddenly, the news broke that they have kidnapped Namdi Kanu in his hotel in Lagos. That was like a rude shock. Like, no, wait. Is Namdi Kanu in Nigeria? Like, at that point, everybody was interested. Who is Namdi Kanu? Oh, is he the one that was making this? Oh, I think I've heard this video. Oh, I've heard that. But I was following. At that point, Maiyegun, as usual, I picked it up. Like, we have heard the rumor for those who have been following Maiyegun's diary back then before they shut down my page. So I picked it up, like, because I was like, I am always interested in people who are interested in challenging the status quo. Back then, I called it challenging the status quo. Challenging the status quo was that I knew back then all the lies they have been telling us. And in my own with my own understanding then, I thought if people could come together and form a quorum, a big one, make a political incursion into the system, break it within, then get your own people that can make a difference into that system, right? And then if you want to break up from Nigeria at that time, you will be in the best position to make that decision, not those who are there today without bloodshed. So I was of that opinion then. Then boom, Namdi Kanu was kidnapped by DSS. And Buhari just came to power. It wasn't even up to 5 months. I was like, ooh. Then we were all interested.